Welcome to the first episode of the Casa Roble Quarantine Show. This is your host, Kyle Miller, the executive producer of the Casa Roble Live broadcast. In today's news, starting today, Monday, April 13th, students will be accountable for their classes. Teachers will be conducting virtual classes and finals for the third quarter. Third quarter's last day will be April 17th. It is highly recommended that students take advantage of this time to get all incomplete work turned in to their teachers and use this time to prepare for their finals. Fourth quarter will start on April 20th. It is recommended that students tune into their virtual classrooms immediately so that they can adjust to this new way of learning. It is really inspiring to see how our students and staff are embracing these changes. We are so appreciative to everyone for stepping up to this challenge. We have not heard of any COVID-19 cases in our district, but we have heard of some of the hardships that many are struggling with. Please know that you are foremost in our thoughts, and we are making every effort to support your students in their educational needs. We are working hard to keep you informed. Please continue to watch for up-to-date information.
Oh, Ryan, how nice of you to join me. I've noticed your journalistic skills have been lacking lately. You have anything to say?
I'm sorry, executive producer Kyle Miller. I've been trying, but the replicants at Del Campo just work way too fast.
I know, Ryan. And that's why you're going to be replaced.
What?
The producers and staff of Casa Roble Live are eager to continue their weekly broadcast. Beginning today, we will be releasing Casa Roble quarantine content to our YouTube channel. New content will be posted each Monday morning at 10 a.m. and will include announcements, community access information, and original content produced and edited by Casa students. You can find us on YouTube by searching Casa Roble Live. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you can always stay up to date on any new content or news. Senior Project 2020, your proposal letter, mentor verification document, research paper, and self-evaluation are to be submitted in a special Google Classroom hosted by Vice Principal Chuck Whitaker by April 20th. Several elements of your projects have been eliminated, including 10 of the 20 hours required by the project, as well as all board presentations. Items in the blue portfolio that are not listed will be waived this year. See the new self-evaluation document to detail your time spent. Community service. Be sure to submit 30 hours of verified pre-approved community service and a 2-page reflective essay to Mr. Litchfield's Google Classroom by May 1st. 30 of the 60 community service hours have been waived. 30 hours total is the 2020 community service requirement.
Alright, fellas, this is K. Miller Films documenting his experience. Just learned that school is canceled for a month.
The news hit like a train wreck, and absolutely nobody knew what to do. Except for me, of course, and that was do what I always did.
This kind of free shit.
I think it's great. I think it's great.
I've never had a moment in my life where I ever felt so free.
This is something dumb. This is next level. Yeah.
Is it epic or is it cringe?
Cringe.
It's cringe.
That's epic, nah.
Like many, I thought the media and the bureaucrats were full of it. But as a young Gen Z man with no military experience, I had never seen so many people's lives changed instantaneously.
COVID-19 in its rarest form, also known as the cheese touch.
Alright, so I'd say the natural thing to do after a coronavirus outbreak and everybody has to go home is to do a podcast. So we're here on Mr. James Banta's podcast. They're actually going to get pizza right now. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to go ham, actually, so...
My original plan was to spend the majority of the break in the outdoors, but it looked as though that plan was about to change. The weather was dreary, and, well, it seemed as though the government had other plans. It wasn't long before my county announced a mandatory quarantine, and soon after, the whole state. It seemed as though this would be the last time we would see anything besides a backyard or a grocery store for a long time. William, what do you think of the virus?
What?
What do you think of the virus?
I don't know. People are way too overreacting so much, dude.
Overreacting?
To be honest, it's kind of getting annoying at this point.
Who knows? The time came when we got our last breath of true fresh air. But just like that, it was over. At first, I tried to simply simulate the experiences I felt on the outside world. But I soon realized that this quarantine was really my true opportunity to prove myself as an artist. So I came up with something different. Hi guys, I'm Kyle Miller. I'm a filmmaker from Sacramento, California, and like many of the people in this great nation, I'm on a mandatory quarantine. But I've made it my goal to practice my craft and harness my skills. So each day this crisis continues, I've made it my goal to make films and documentaries regarding its existence. Of course, not everything is going to be super related to it, might touch on other topics, and it might not be the same type of film, length, or agenda every time. But I implore you to create your own works in this dark time and to send me your ideas on kmillerfilmcontact@gmail.com, as well as any business inquiries. Not that that's truly relevant right now because there isn't much business to go around, I feel. So anyways, I think it's a time when we should try to appreciate each other's company even more. Family and friends. Not necessarily friends anymore, but you get the memo. But I think this might be a good thing, actually. Truthfully, it might cause death and destruction, at least to a certain degree, but I think people might come out of this with a greater appreciation for what they took for granted in the first place. And I think we might be safer for something worse in the future. Me personally, I have begun to realize how much the things in my life really matter. I've begun to think of nature as more important, and it just kind of sucks that I won't be able to see it really anymore. So I remain optimistic, and I believe things are going to change. And I'd like you to be a part of that. Make sure to contact me for any creative ideas, collaborations, whatever. I'm down, even though we probably can't really see each other in real life. If you need any information, just make sure to stay in tune in the internet, but I'm sure you already get that CDC and whatnot. But, stay inside and stay safe. Thanks for watching this episode of the Casa Roble Quarantine Show. If you'd like to see more videos on the Casa Roble Live YouTube channel, check out one of those boxes right there or over there. Ooh, they look so fun and interesting. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Or don't, you know. Nobody's forcing you to do anything.